In the world of hip-hop, where artists often rise to fame through their lyrical prowess and charisma, there exists a darker side that's not always in the spotlight. It's the story of rappers who became killers, a chilling narrative that unveils the stark contrast between their musical personas and their real-life actions. From DaBaby's tragic encounter to Depp's haunting confession, these artists walked a path that led them from the stage to the courtroom, forever altering their lives and the lives of their victims. Rappers That Are Killers delves into these gripping stories, shedding light on the hidden shadows of fame and talent. DaBaby. When he made homophobic remarks at the Rolling Loud Festival in 2021, controversial musician DaBaby made the news. However, he was in significant legal jeopardy because of an incident that occurred 3 years earlier. When an altercation with Jalen Craig, then age 19, started in 2018 at a Walmart in Charlotte, North Carolina, DaBaby was there. Before DaBaby rose to fame with the release of his debut studio album Baby on Baby in 2019, he was involved in several scandals that have dogged his brief but fruitful music career. In 2018, DaBaby was involved in a fatal shooting at a Walmart in Huntersville, North Carolina. Although the rapper was initially charged with murder, the charges were dropped to a misdemeanor for carrying a weapon after a judge determined that he had acted in self-defense. The 30-year-old has gained notoriety in the years since for reckless remarks and violent deeds. Most recently, he was named in a lawsuit for allegedly getting into a now viral altercation in a California bowling alley in February 2022, followed by a shooting that injured one person in April 2022 outside his Troutman, North Carolina home, but for which no charges will be brought. For his part, the rapper, real name Jonathan Kirk, doesn't seem fazed by the numerous legal troubles and controversies that have dogged him. In the end, I wasn't in the wrong in whatever legal issues I had, he said in an interview for the 2019 Billboard cover. And I'm the kind of person who, if I'm not mistaken, will stand by that. With going on, I don't even somewhat miss sleep. I simply let the task dominate the crap. Gucci Mane, whose real name is Radrick Davis, was involved in a highly publicized murder case in 2005. The incident occurred in Atlanta, Georgia, where Gucci Mane allegedly shot and killed Henry Lee Clark III, a local rapper known as Pookie Lock. Gucci Mane claimed self-defense, stating that he shot Pookie Lock in self-defense during a home invasion at his girlfriend's house. According to Gucci Mane, several men, including Pookie Lock, forcibly entered the residence, leading to a confrontation where he shot Pookie Lock in defense. The case against Gucci Mane was complex, involving conflicting testimonies and murky circumstances. Despite his self-defense claim, he was charged with murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. In 2006, Gucci Mane's legal team argued his case, and he was acquitted of the murder charge due to insufficient evidence. Following his acquittal, Gucci Mane continued his music career, achieving significant success in the hip-hop industry. Despite the legal victory, the incident left a mark on his public image. Over the years, Gucci Mane has undergone personal and professional transformations, including periods of incarceration and substance abuse, but he has also managed to rebuild his career and reputation, becoming a respected figure in the music world. YNW Melly. Hip-hop artist YNW Melly from Florida was detained and accused of 2 charges of first-degree murder in February 2019. The rapper and another rapper, YNW Bortlin, allegedly killed 2 of their friends and staged the crime scene to resemble a drive-by shooting, according to the police. YNW Melly went on trial in Florida in June 2023 and maintained his innocence throughout. The judge declared a mistrial, but a new trial for the rapper is anticipated for the fall. If Melly is found guilty of first-degree murder, he might be sentenced to death. Melly, who was born Jamel Demons, was involved in a critically dangerous criminal case just as his career was taking off. A month before being detained, the then 19-year-old from the little South Florida town of Gifford put out the mixtape We All Shine, which included Kanye West. His biggest success at the time, the eerie 2017 single Murder on My Mind, had just achieved gold status. It was certified 6 times multi-platinum by January 2022. Cassidy. Rapper Barry Adrian Reese, better known by his stage name Cassidy, was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on July 7, 1982. In the late 1990s, Cassidy first achieved popularity for his freestyles and started competing as a battle rapper. He started transitioning from combat rap to standard hip-hop in the early 2000s, and in 2002, under the auspices of J Records, he inked a significant deal with Rough Riders and Full Surface Records. Split Personality, his first studio album, debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 200 chart when it was released in March 2004. The tracks Hotel, Get No Better, I'm a Hustler, B-Boy Stance, and My Drink and My Two-Step are probably Cassidy's best known. Three guys, including Arab and Cassidy, argued with three unarmed males in the West Oak Lane neighborhood of Northwest Philadelphia on April 15, 2005. The men were armed with handguns and an AK-47 assault rifle. A bullet to the back killed Desmond Hawkins. Two further pals of Hawkins were treated for gunshot wounds at hospitals and then released. A warrant for Cassidy's arrest was issued on June 9th in connection with allegations of murder, attempted murder, reckless endangerment, aggravated assault, conspiracy, and possession of firearms. Tay-K. Tay-K's rise to fame centered around his hit track, The Race, reaching number 44 on the Billboard Hot 100 list and earning platinum status from the Recording Industry Association of America. This song recounted Tay-K's attempts to evade law enforcement, triggered by his involvement in murder and robbery charges. In 2017, a tragic incident unfolded when 16-year-old Tay-K allegedly participated in a botched robbery that led to the death of 21-year-old Ethan Walker. Walker lost his life while attempting to surrender in a drug-related altercation involving Tay-K and 5 others. Demonstrating defiance, Tay-K removed his house arrest ankle monitor in March 2017, embarking on a 3-month fugitive period. During this time, he openly challenged authorities, defiantly tweeting his intentions and recording The Race as a testament to his fugitive experience. Tay-K's criminal activities escalated with accusations of additional violent acts, including the alleged killing of a 23-year-old man during a San Antonio robbery and assaulting a 65-year-old man in Arlington during another robbery. These pending charges further complicated his legal predicament. In 2019, Tay-K faced legal consequences, defended by Jeff Kearney, who advocated for leniency based on Tay-K's youth and musical talent. The prosecution, however, painted a damning picture, emphasizing Tay-K's enjoyment of the fame derived from his criminal exploits. Evidence from The Race lyrics and his 2017 EP cover featuring a gun was presented. Ultimately, Tay-K was acquitted of capital murder but found guilty of lesser charges, resulting in a 55 years to life sentence for the murder charge. Concurrent sentences for other convictions led to a significant imprisonment term. In January 2023, Tay-K voiced dissatisfaction with the justice system on Twitter, citing racial bias in his punishment. Despite his appeals, his future remains uncertain as he awaits trial for the alleged murder committed during his time on the run in San Antonio. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, formerly known as Snoop Doggy Dogg and briefly as Snoop Lion, is a stage name for Calvin Cordozar Broadus Jr., an American rapper and actor, born on October 20, 1971. In 1992, he appeared on Dr. Dre's first solo single, Deep Cover, and then on his first solo album, The Chronic, which helped launch his career. Since then, Broadus has sold over 35 million albums worldwide and over 23 million albums domestically. His accomplishments include 17 Grammy Award nominations, an American Music Award, and a Primetime Emmy Award. Following the death of a gang member who was reportedly shot and murdered by Snoop Dogg's then bodyguard McKinley Lee, Snoop Dogg was charged with murder in 1993. Snoop and his trigger man were both taken into custody. Snoop was declared not guilty based on self-defense after serving 2 years of home imprisonment. The case served as the basis for one of Snoop's most well-known songs, Murder Was the Case. G. Derp. Treville Gerald Coleman, better known by his stage moniker G. Depp, which stands for Ghetto Dependent, is an American rapper from New York City's Harlem. He was born on November 19, 1973. His debut album, Child of the Ghetto, was released in 2001 after he signed with Bad Boy Records in 1998. In collaboration with Famous Records, he released his second album, Ghetto Legend, on September 7, 2010. Coleman turned himself in at the 25th Precinct on December 15, 2010. He admitted to the 1993 murder of a man in Queens, a cold case crime. Coleman had already made 2 attempts to confess, but was thought to be intoxicated and incoherent at the time. On October 19, 1993, near the James Weldon Johnson houses on Park Avenue and East 114th Street, John Henkel was shot in the chest by a .40 caliber handgun. Coleman said that during an attempted robbery, he ambushed Henkel, shot him, and then fled the scene, throwing his gun into the East River. Coleman was accused of murder after his information fit the circumstances of the case. Coleman claimed in an interview that the matter bothered him and that he was just trying to make things right between himself and God when he confessed. Coleman asserted that he was unaware of his victim's passing. When Coleman appeared in the New York Supreme Court on January 13, 2011, he entered a not guilty plea to second-degree murder. He was found guilty of second-degree murder on April 17, 2012, and on May 8, 2011, he was given a sentence of 15 years to life in prison. He resides at Fishkill Correctional Facility in Beacon, New York, and can apply for parole in 2025. In conclusion, the lives of these rappers turned killers serve as a stark reminder that fame and talent do not exempt anyone from the consequences of their actions. The world of hip-hop is complex, filled with both music and stories that extend beyond the beats and lyrics. Subscribe now to uncover more fascinating tales from the world of hip-hop.